Hello, Beatle people. Welcome to another week here at Beatle University. It is the season. The season, of course, I'm talking about is the Christmas season. What you may or may not know is that each year between 1963 and 1968, the Beatles would have a Christmas message that they would record, and it would be put on a flexi disc, and it would be mailed out to the fan club members for free, just for signing up for the fan club. This was a very, very different time for consumerism and rock and roll. Each year they would record a unique one. Most of the time they did it together, but in 1968 as well as in 1969 they recorded them separately from one another. You're going to get 4 hunks of audio with Professor Mop Top talking about these messages, and you're going to hear the messages as well. That's part of the Christmas gift from Beatle University. Now, after the White Album was all recorded in late 68, the Beatles spent a little time apart from each other. While they were apart from each other, they each individually recorded their spot for the 1968 Christmas record. Now, George went to Hollywood, spent some time there producing Jackie Lomax, who was an Apple Records artist. He had a song called Sour Milk Sea that Harrison wrote for him. He also has a song called That's What You Want. He recorded his bit with dear old Mal Evans, as well as, ready for this, Tiny Tim. You got to look forward to. Ringo taped his while on a boat. You'll hear all about the boat, why he was on the boat, and possibly whose boat it was. There's a cool little recording of Ringo talking to himself. While Paul had some time off away from the Beatles, he went to America for a little while to spend some time with Linda Eastman, who he had just taken up with. And then he had produced Mary Hopkins' postcard album. You'll hear a little bit about that. John and Yoko read some unusual and unique poetry. There's a story about Jock and Yono. There's also Once Upon a Pool Table. Now, after they recorded all these, they sent them to a guy named Kenny Everett, who was a BBC DJ. He edited them all together. He included some snippets from the White Album with a little bit of speed manipulation and some just good old-fashioned fun in the form of the Baroque Hoedown. Now, you're also going to be getting Professor Mop Top talking about it, as well as the 1969 Christmas record. Now, this came out after Abbey Road, when the Beatles was all but official. Well, the breakup was all but official. Even though they didn't announce it to the world, and even though they didn't really have to, they still felt compelled enough to complete the 1969 Christmas record. Again, it was recorded separately and spliced together. We hear Ringo with a young, unknown kid, very, very likely Zach Starkey, who was 4-year-old at the time. Ringo also plugs his new movie, The Magic Christian. John and Yoko talk about food. They sing a song called Happy Christmas, which includes Happy Christmas, Happy Christmas, Happy Christmas, Happy Christmas. You'll hear all about it. George Harrison does the absolute minimal in this. His attitude as a Beatle wasn't real high in late 1969. He says, Merry Christmas or something simple, and they edit it and play it slower and play it again and again to make it a little bit faster, a little bit longer than George's actual contribution. Paul plays a little random made-up-on-the-spot Christmas song, and that's the 1969 flexi disc. You are going to be getting 4 hunks of audio, 2 from the Beatles and 2 from yours truly, Professor Mop Top. Expect more Christmas stuff in the weeks to come because it is the season. It's always the season to say thank you very much for being part of Beatle University. I'm Professor Mop Top. Have yourself a good one.